Yeah, it's time to live your life. Derek Gant, show them how to take it to the highest height. Hey, this is more than financial advice. Show you how to take control, time to get your money right. Money management, I know that we all need financial independence. Yeah, it seems out of reach, but you can make it happen. Now it's time for some action, helping you with your finances. Yeah, we got a passion. Hey, ain't no limit. Now it's time to get it. You deserve to have a life how you wanna live it. Secrets to success. Now it's time to get it right. Yeah, I'm talking all about that 24K life. Let's go. This the vibe. For real, I'm trying to tell you. Tell me if you ready to take it to the next level. Derek Gant, talking fitness and investment. Change your mindset and show you how it's all connected. Ain't no need to hesitate or delay. Only way to live life is a 24K. Hey, Derek Gant, let them know. Let's go.
Welcome, family. Welcome. Family, friends, all of those that have registered for this event. I will make sure that you get something special if you've actually registered. You know, I have been putting in a tremendous amount of work getting our clients ready for what's coming in 2025. You know, this year, you're going to have to be more diligent, more focused, and more in tune into what's good and best for you. So, yep, I'm preaching being selfish moving into 2025, because if you don't, you're going to be left on the sidelines. You're going to be left out of the game. You're going to be wanting to figure out how to get your life where you need it to be. So, how's everybody doing? Happy holidays. I'm wearing my festive holiday turtleneck. In the house, by the way. I wear t-shirts and wife beaters in the house, but I put this on just for you to make sure that I was being presentable. You know, we have people on. Where are you? Who are you? Where are you from? What social platform are you on? Just tell us. Say, hey, Derek, I'm here. I'm from Alaska. I'm from, Zimbabwe. Tell us where you're from, and we're excited to get going. So I'm going to give you an agenda for the day. This is a semi-formal workshop that we are in the 24K Life community gifting to anyone that desires to come in and truly elevate. I don't know if you've been taking the temperature of things around you, but there is so much incredible noise about so many crazy things that you need to understand. If you truly want to elevate, we got to remove almost all of that. So because you're being shy and you won't tell me who's on and where you're from, and I know you're here because we're broadcasting on Facebook, we're broadcasting on our website, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on YouTube. So we know, we can see that there's tons of people here. You just have to decide that you want to chip in. So the first rules that I'm going to share with you, and it's not really a rule, the first point of interest is that if you want to get the absolute most, hi, Erica from Ohio, Miss King, I'm so glad that you're here. You put in a lot of work last year, and that's going to pay off in 2025. I already know. But if you want to get the most out of our time together, I have put together a workbook. And if you haven't downloaded the workbook yet, then Bryn, can you drop the link to the workbook in the chat so that people can get it? Now listen, if you are on your phone, you're probably going to have a little bit of a problem grabbing that off the chat. But if you are on your computer, you can grab that and download it. So I would suggest that you download this. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Tara. We have Erica. We got Bryn. So we got a couple kings. Bryn, Erica's a king too. So we got royalty in the house. But take a look at this. Bryn put into the chat the link to get this workbook. This workbook is going to guide you through everything that we're going to be talking about, number one. And number two, all of your planning. This whole session tonight is about making sure that you're crystal clear as you move into 2025. And I know it's in a couple days. And if you haven't done your planning, this is going to solidify. If you've done your planning, this will help solidify you. If you've not done your planning, this will get you started, because you need to understand, again, think about all of the incredible changes that have gone on in our lives, in our society, and it is almost unbearable. I went to the grocery store to get a couple things to make my salad for dinner tonight, and it was loaded. It was just packed, and the shelves were half empty. Not half, that's an exaggeration. Some of the things were half empty. But my point is that it was just complete chaos. The equipment wasn't working. People weren't happy. The employees weren't happy. The store looked like they weren't happy. And when I say the store looked like it was kind of dirty and just not ready to step up. And that's where I am with you all tonight. Are you ready? Are you finally ready to step up, to step into your greatness, to step into your kingdom, your queendom, so that you can finally live life a little less stressed out? I know I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the agenda super quick so that you know what we're going to be talking about. It's the least I can do is let you know everything that we're going to be going through. So we're going to set the stage for your plan for 2025. And it's going to start with your vision, i.e. your mindset. Like, where's your head game? You know, do you think that you can win? Do you think that this is just another year of taking L's, or is it another year of average? Is it another year of mediocrity? You know, what are you going to do and have this year? You know, I sternly believe that we were not. When I say we, I mean me and those like me. And if you're on this video, if you're on this stream, you are looking for something to help you elevate to the next level. Now, you know you're going to have to work to get to that next level, but you also know on the other side of that work is more joy, more pleasure, more of the lifestyle that you want to live, less people. Because let me tell you, the air is thin the higher you go up on a mountain. And what that means is that there are fewer people up there. There are fewer people willing to do the work. There's fewer people willing to stay up on the top of the mountain. There are fewer people. So when you decide, I'm tired of being mediocre, I'm tired of dealing with the same bullshit that everybody else is dealing with, then you're going to step up and you're going to have to do the work. So the people like me that are willing to recognize their shortcomings and then find out how to attack those shortcomings so they become strengths, so that you can then live a much better life. That's where we're going. And we're trying to get there fast. Some of you are already on that trail. I see Karen's on. Karen is already geared up for 2025. Just tinkering on how it's going to start, tinkering on how fast we can get it going. But we're going to go through that. So we're going to talk about your mindset. And then we're going to talk about, inside of your mindset, we're going to talk about your vision, overcoming some limiting beliefs, how to reshift your mindset. And then we're going to talk about your health. You know, let's talk about that super quick. If you do not have health, you have nothing. If you feel shitty, you are going to have crappy returns. Meaning, if you go to work not feeling your best, you're not going to give your best. And if you don't give your best, you're not getting that promotion. You're not getting that bonus. You're not getting that raise. You're going to stay the same as 2024, the same as 2023, the same as 2022, the same as 2021. And that is unacceptable. If you're watching here right now with me in this stream, that is unacceptable to say that you're going to stay in the same boat, paddling or bailing out your boat with the same leak from the same leak, because you refuse to do what it takes to take your hind parts to Home Depot to get the pads to fix the boat so it's not leaking, so you can go further and you can use your energy to row. But if you don't have that energy to row your boat, if you don't have that energy to fix it, if you don't have the energy to go to the next level, then you're going to be stuck. So we got to have our mindset right. We have to have our health correct. And then you already know where I'm going next. We got to get that money right. And all of that leads to a better life. And if you believe what people say, money can't buy you happiness, You haven't lived long enough, you haven't worked hard enough, and you've not made enough money. Because money can definitely make you happier. Because that's the whole premise of what I'm here to share with you tonight, to be selfish. This is the year of being unequivocally self-centered and selfish. I honestly believe that the golden rule is bullshit. And I'm just telling you, I think it's crap. What's the golden rule? Love others like you love yourself. And they say, do unto others, so I'm going to say to you, do unto you 1,000%. And then others get the overflow of all the amazing stuff that's going on in your life. They get the overflow. They don't get what's on the bottom. You're burnt out and you're still giving. You got nothing to give. You're giving the burnt out portions. That is not you. That is not the excellence that you live in, that you roll in, that you believe in, that you know is supposed to come out of you. So we're not giving bargain basements anymore. We're not giving loaning money when we don't have that much money we're loaning in our savings account. We're not going to give our last bit of effort, energy, interest, insights, our heart, our love, and definitely our money when it's already low. So this is the year to be selfish. This is the year to fill up your tank so high that it overflows, and that's what you're giving everybody else. You're giving them the overflow from your greatness because you've been living in mediocrity, not being able to get to the greatness because you've been given your time. So you don't have the time to work on you because you've given all your time. You're watching the grandkids. You're watching, I'm not going to get into it. I know what you're doing. I already know because I hear you. I listen to my clients all the time and I can't get this done. I got to do this. Got to be selfish this year. So that's our agenda. We're going to go through those three things. If you didn't get the workbook, Bryn put the link to the workbook higher up. So scroll back and get the link to the workbook. It's critical for you to organize your thoughts. Some of you are list makers, so you don't need the workbook per se, but it could be a good guide for you to make your list of to-dos. So let's start off with the 24K Life philosophy. I created the 24K Life Code, which is a book that I wrote in 2019. I love my babies. I know you love your babies, Nicole, but you got to put yourself first. If you go down, there is no overflow for the babies. If you don't take care of your health, and you're taking care of your health, you're already down 30 pounds. So we know, so don't tell me you ain't been selfish and taking care of yourself, because I know you've been putting yourself first. We want everybody else to do the same. So I wrote this book. In this book, the 24K Life Code, I'm not here selling books. I just want you to know the philosophy. The book is about how you balance your mindset, your spirituality, your health, your money, and your relationships in a way that keeps everything at a high level. You're not operating in mediocrity or being average anywhere. You're operating in excellence across the board. We run 90-day challenges, and it is hard habit to create. Being able to manage all those areas at the same time is a hard habit to create and to maintain. We help you with that. Part of our help in that is our community. In our mobile app, we get together, we encourage each other. We have weekly, monthly Zoom calls. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But the 24K Life philosophy is all about you living unapologetically on terms that define your highest self unconditionally. So I am unapologetically going to live according to my standards. Because think about this. When you live according to someone else's standards, they always, why are you doing? You're doing too much. You ain't got to be all that. You don't have to do all that reading. You always got a book in your hand. You're always studying. You're always doing some work stuff. Misery loves company and excellence is lonely. Misery loves company and excellence is lonely. Are you here listening to me? And the reason why excellence is lonely is because people don't want to put in the work, but they also don't want to be the only one living in mediocrity. They want other people to live in their crap. So when you put the sugar down and you stop eating the cakes and the candies and the Cokes and the fries, and you start eating healthy and you start losing weight, what you doing? Oh, don't lose no more. I know, I already know. I've had strangers come up to me when I was in the middle of really going after it. They didn't even know me. Oh, you shouldn't lose no more weight. You perfect the way you are. You don't even know me. You don't even know what I looked like before. Why are you coming up to me saying stuff like that? I promise you I've had it happen. I'm going to be selfish. But our philosophy is living unconditionally on our own terms at our highest level at the value we know we bring the world unconditionally. We are not living according to someone else's conditions. You're not going to get there just by me saying it. You're not going to get there by you going, man, that's dope. I love that. I need to balance that. I need to live that life. You got to get there with hard work. I'm not there. You'll never get there. It is a journey. That's why they say enjoy the journey, because along the way, it's going to get something new's coming in. Whatever's old is old, because once you become great, that becomes your now you're average. So you were average and you worked really hard to get to the next level. Now that you're at the next level, at some point, you need to keep growing or you're going to go back down. So now you have a new average. Just think about that. You're always growing, always learning, always trying to stay fit. The older I get, I have to do different things to stay fit. This old things I used to do, I can't do physically. So I have to find new ways to stay fit. And that's why older people get fat and floppy. Because they quit trying. Well, this don't work no more. So they quit trying. Never quit. Never quit. Never say die. I'm never going to stop coming to you, trying to get you out of where you're from or where you are. We need to get you up. We need to get you elevated. You need to get you up and to get you elevated. So I'm going to ask you for something by the end of this session. And what I'm going to ask you for is I'm going to ask you to decide, or at least make up a short list, and then decide by tomorrow the one thing that you know if you do day in, day out will change your life forever. And you're going to commit to that one thing. We're not talking New Year's resolutions. We're talking, I need you to really dig deep inside of yourself and decide what that one thing is that's been holding you back. You need to be thinking this way. If I had a magic wand and I was going to touch myself, what is the one wish, the one thing that I would fix with my magic wand? I need you to really, really think about that. Let me tell you why I don't want you to do a New Year's resolution. So 93% of New Year resolutions are dead and buried by the second week of the year. By the second week of the year, they're done. The second week of the year, not the second month. So people that make resolutions, they give up on them because they always revert back to their own comfortable old self. But if we take one thing we need to change in our life and say, we're not going to make a resolution, we're just going to do this one thing. It could be, we're going to eliminate, eating after 8 p.m. I'm going to do this the rest of the year. And I'm going to feel better. And if I feel better, then I work harder. And if I work harder, I get promoted. And if I get promoted, I have more money. And if I have more money, then I have a better lifestyle. And if you're Nicole, you can help them babies. Right? If you're some of my other clients and friends, you can buy that condo, you can buy that house. Maybe you could pay that house, that condo off. Everybody has a different reason. So I'm gonna ask you to put in a 1, 2, or 3. Just what your one thing is related to. Is it related to 1, your mindset? Is it related to 2, your health? Or is it related to number 3, your wealth, your money? Is it related to your mindset? 1. So type in 1, 2, or 3. I want to know which one people are heavily leaning towards needing some help with. Do you need more to focus to change something in your mindset? Do you need to change something in your health? I'm not asking you to tell me what it is. Just 1, 2, or 3. Mindset is 1. Health is 2. Money is 3. Please drop it right in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Come on, drop it in the chat. Nobody knows what your actual thing is. Just drop it in the chat so we can see. Okay. So as you're dropping that, thank you all for starting to drop that. I'm seeing a lot of 3s. That money, we're going to get that money right? We're getting that money. I got a couple 2s. AB, how you doing, Alan? I talked to your beautiful mother today. She's always a blessing in my heart, in my life. I love Miss Bannister. So we're going to start with mindset. So I'm seeing some twos and threes, health and wealth, and they are really interchangeable. So I love it that you all have your mindset together. But let's talk about mindset because that is the first thing that we're going to talk about. So the mindset, your mindset, think about this. And I've been telling you all this for years, but I'm going to break it down a little bit. So we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Hi, Leslie. That's Leslie Deaton. Hi, Leslie. So we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day as humans. People think about themselves 96% of the time. So if I'm having these thoughts, 96% are of myself. That means that if you have 60,000 thoughts, about 4,000 of them are about other people, and 57,000 are about yourself. And most of those thoughts have something to do with some shortcoming you believe you have. Something, I'm not doing that right. I always make this mistake. Why is this happening to me? I never seem to win. I should have did this yesterday. I mean, there's 57 negative thoughts. That is a lot. So when I talk about what's your number, is it one, mindset, two, your health, or three, your wealth? I'm going to give you a secret. Karen said one. Leslie said three. Erica said two. No, Erica said three. Alan, see, lots of twos and threes. Let me give you a secret. Are you ready for the secret? It's all mindset. If your money's not right, that means your money mindset's fried. Your money mindset's messed up. If not all the time, but most of the time, if you're not happy with your weight, that is a mindset problem because nobody's forcing you to put that fork in your mouth. Now, I'm being very careful with the health because, like myself, I suffered a stroke this past July. It was a very miniature stroke, but I suffered a stroke. It was my own undoing. I decided to change my medication without a doctor. And the medication I changed to didn't work. And I paid the price for it and I had a mini stroke. So this year, not this year, even since July, I've been uber focused on my health. But my health is a mindset because you can go get the supplements and they sit there. And in your mind, you're like, I know they're there. I'm supposed to take them. I separated them all out. Karen sent me the little baggies to make sure that they were all separated out by day, by morning, by night. And they're still sitting in the same space because my mindset is telling me I'll do it later. I'll take them later. I'll get there. Nothing's going to happen to me now. That is a mindset. So why do we want to even focus on 2025 or our vision for the future? And the reason why is because our thoughts, as I just indicated to you, dictate where we are and where we're going. If you show me your thoughts today, I can, just by talking to you, I can hear where you've been and where you're going. You got to change that. So that starts with changing the vision, the picture that you have for yourself. Do you have a picture or a vision? And by the way, I might not have said this, but you can ask questions inside the chat. And Bryn will make sure that I answer them if I don't see them as they scroll by. But we have to have the proper vision. The vision is what we see for ourselves. If you can't see something greater, if you can't see yourself in that badass condo with your feet perched up on your favorite new ottoman with tons of sunlight coming in and all the things that you want out of your condo, if you can't see it, you will never have it. So each of you need to go back and what's the one thing that's going to change your life forever, and you're going to work on that. Number two is I need to change how I see myself, how I see my future. Because what are you telling yourself? And that's the third part about your mindset, is that those 57,000 negative words that we're saying about ourselves, or the significantly high number, maybe not all 57,000, maybe even if it's half, that's a shit ton. That's a lot of negative thoughts. That culminates the story that you are telling yourself. Oh, I hope I have, let me log onto my bank account. I hope I got enough money to pay the rent tomorrow or next week. Oh, let me log on and see, groceries are so high. Inflation's killing all of us. Very true. But that woe is me attitude, that woe is me story that you're telling yourself is telling your reticular activating system, which is a system in the back of your brain, that's what you want. And you might go, Derek, that's not even close to what I'm saying to myself. But if you go do your work, if you don't want to do the research, grab the book. I talk about all of this, the reticular activating system, in the book. You are telling yourself life's supposed to be hard. Therefore, your brain starts to look for ways to make it hard, meaning maybe you forget your appointment. Maybe you're running late to work. You find ways to because of the story that you're telling yourself. I tell a story in the book about how I consistently would leave my office, get to my vehicle, not have my keys. And I would just be so pissed because I'm always rushing, right? I'd be pissed. I got to go all the way back up to the upstairs to the office to grab my keys to come back, wasting time, wasting energy. And so I would notice I would just berate myself and belittle myself. And as I started doing my work and I started learning about how the brain works, I instantly start saying, that's really strange. I never forget my keys. I always remember my keys. And I'd go back upstairs, grab my keys, and I'd leave. And I promise you to this day, it completely changed the dynamics of that situation. You need to speak life into your life. And it starts with those 57,000 words that you're telling yourself. So I need you to start looking at that, start listening to what you're saying, how you're saying it, because guess what? You're the only one listening. So when people come into my meetings and I talk about I'm a bad dude, I am a bad brother. I'm intelligent, I'm sharp, I'm articulate, I love to help people, we can make money grow. When people say, oh my God, you've been doing, are you good? Yes, I better be good. I've been doing it for 30 years. I've been managing money for 30 years for wealthy people. I better be good. Or it's a long, terrible life. So we need to change our story, change the way we're talking to ourselves. And that is by far the most important thing. And the reason why I said to you earlier that the secret is that it's your mindset. And I will never, if you come to me and we talk about your money problems, I will never say, man, your mindset's screwed up, because people can't handle that truth. I'm telling you because you came to me in this open forum, which means I get to say all the Derek Gant stuff I want to say. I don't have to be polite. So I'm telling you, it's your mindset. If your money's messed up, then you made some decisions in the past that screwed up your money in the present. So what we're going to do is change our story about how we treat money, how money comes to us, about where your money's going, how your money's working for you. We're going to change that story. We're going to put in some really great budgeting habits, which I'm going to teach you today. And then we're going to have a better money story. And then we're going to have better money results. I promise you. I stake my life on what I'm sharing with you. So, you should be thinking about these things. What part of your story is holding you back? What are you saying to yourself? My dad used to say to me, son, money doesn't grow on trees. And what he was saying was that I ain't got no money to give you. That's what he was telling me when I was younger. Money don't grow on trees. It just ain't all the way around. So when you adopt that mindset and you go, man, money's scarce. Money's hard to come by. Man, I better hold on to this. Or, man, I don't usually have money anyway, so I might as well order this on Amazon and be broke. What's your money story? What are you saying? I get my clients, listen, I need you to get used to seeing thousands of dollars in your checking account that's not going anywhere. You've paid your bills, right? You've paid your mortgage, you've paid the rent, you've got the groceries, and there's still thousands sitting in your account. I need you to get used to that feeling. I need you to get used to seeing money. You deserve to see money in your pocket. You deserve that. But what you're telling yourself is that I never have money. So then you find ways to spend it. Things happen. you call trouble into your universe. So we're not going to do that anymore. So I'm going to ask you, when we're done, to close your eyes and really walk through how you envision 2025 mapping out for you. How do you see it? How do you see your 2025? Because I can promise you this much. My 2024 ended up better than I actually visualized it, which means that this year in 2025, I'm envisioning something even greater. Even greater. Even with the health scare, my year was amazing. And with the health scare, I was able to go out to San Diego. I was paid to come out to San Diego to speak to a group about my experience with the stroke, how I got through it, what was going on, and what precautions. So even that was a win. So I'm telling you, you got to start looking at things differently. You know somebody, how many of you, just say yes in the comments. How many of you have somebody in your circle that's always bitching and moaning? It's never good. You see their name and you know something is wrong. And it might be your girl, it might be your kid, but just say yes in the comments if you know somebody in your circle that's always miserable and always wants to talk to you about their misery. So much so that you might actually feel bad, like, man, I don't want to tell them how great my life is because they're down. They're telling me about how bad the holiday is. I'm getting some yeses. What I want to share with you is this is the year that you're going to be selfish. Alan, this is the year. You've been helping so many people. You're the man. See, Alan, for those of you that are not in our local area, Alan is the dude. He is the Democratic dude. If you need some political clout, you need to meet some high-powered senator or congressperson, everybody calls on Alan, and he's running around making sure everybody's taken care of. Alan, this is the year. Take care of Alan. Make all those little deals that's going to help Alan. All those arm lift deals you're supposed to have, make sure that your other arm is on the end of that deal. I'm telling you, this is the mindset. Because, and let me tell you why. Not just Alan, this is for everybody. Let me tell you why. Because inflation is kicking our ass. Because the cost of cars is beating the crap out of us. Because things are costing so much more for no reason. See, they've been telling you it's a bad economy. They want you to be scared and nervous, and they want you to think that things aren't that great and life's going down to hell in the handbasket. All you got to do is go to the store. I told you I went to the store today. Went to the store over the holidays. I went to Kohl's to take something back that I got on Amazon that I didn't need or didn't want, or it was broke or didn't work. I don't know what it was. But Kohl's was packed. And I went 7:30 in the morning. Packed. The Amazon return line, packed. People are buying. If people are spending money, that means somebody else is making money. And if they're making money, they have profits, and they take those profits and they put it back into either their pockets or in getting you to buy more things, more research and development. But when people have money to spend and they're spending it, it's not a bad economy. And you don't need to listen to any stock reports. You don't need to listen to any pundits online, because if you find one that says things are good, you're going to find 4 that say things are bad. You don't need any of that. Pay attention. Pay attention. And if you don't even know, ask some people. When I go into certain places and say, hey, how's business? And if they say, oh, not good. So I have one person I ask whenever I really, really want to know if the economy is good or bad. I ask one person. You know what she does for a living? She works in a plastic surgeon's office. So she's not a plastic surgeon. She works in the office. And she used to come to my spin classes all the time. I'll text her, how's business? It's just like, oh my God, we can't book any more people. People are having plastic surgery, an elective procedure. Things are good. Don't get caught up in the noise. Just pay attention. Ask the right questions. But we know that things are good, but they're also costing us a lot more money. So my point to you is that we need to get our mindset right. We need to make sure that we put a bulletproof exterior. You want, oh boy wants to build a wall. I need you to build a wall around yourself. so that all that noise bounces off you, so that you stay focused on the mission at hand. And what's the mission at hand? The one thing that you decided that you're going to do to improve your life, no matter what. I told you in the very, very beginning, I'm going to ask you at the end to write down, not to share with me, but to write down the one thing that you're going to commit to, that you're going to discipline yourself to do, no matter what, this entire year. So that's why you got to get that money right. You got to get your mindset right so you can get your money right. So, and then your money helps you buy, for us locally, we go over to Claudia's and we get the supplements. You go to the health food store and you buy organic, and all that stuff costs more. I'm buying my stuff from I think it's called Conjunction Farms. Get all my fresh meats from there, fresh butter from there. We're not going to get into it, but if you want to be healthier, it costs you money. Okay, if you can't do it yourself, you need to hire somebody, right? That costs you money also. So that's your mindset. We're going to move on to your health. Now, I already told you I had a little situation. So what I decided to do was I decided to not take a vacation after our big 24K Life conference, because you get exhausted putting on those big events. I decided not to take a vacation, and I decided to take the money that I was going to go on vacation and invest it into getting my blood work and labs done. Okay. And I think the blood work by itself was like $160. Now I'm not talking about going to the doctor. I'm talking about a special doctor that can get you your labs. Because let's be honest, medicine is structured to keep you going at a bad clip. If you have a problem, they don't want to fix the problem. They just want you to control the problem. Now, if you think I'm a conspiracy theorist, just go pay attention. They're not solving anything. They're just telling you how to stay in that zone longer. So what we learned at the 24K Life Conference is that if you're in the middle, so if you're here and this is excellent, and you're here and this is poor, and you're in the middle, you're in trouble. That's what we learned. We learned from a medical practitioner, if you're in the middle, you're in trouble. Because that means if this is poor and this is excellent, and you're in the middle, that means you're getting further and further away from being excellent. And they're not telling you, they're saying, oh, don't worry, your LDL, your cholesterol, you're in the right zone. It's a little elevated, but you're okay. But let me tell you something, as soon as it's not okay, they'll slap you with all those medications. The medications that make your kidneys stop functioning right. It makes your liver stop functioning right. I mean, you take this med and it screws up something else inside your body. You know that, right? Do your homework. Start doing your homework. And I want you to do your homework on you. We're not reading for other people. We're reading to find out, what does Derek need to do to be the best Derek possible? How can I operate as efficiently as possible? Because if you have the right mindset, then you'll implement what you learn. If you implement what you learn, it's going to affect your value. And when your value is higher, your boss is forced to pay you more money. Society is forced to pay you more money. That's right, Jessica. They fix symptoms. They treat the symptoms. They don't ever want to fix a problem, at least domestically. Now, in other parts of the world, they do preventive maintenance, so you don't ever have the problem. So when you're in the middle, they say, we're going too far. Let's start changing up our diet. Let's start changing up what we need to do. And they do it naturally versus giving you these meds that screw you up. So the reason why we want to focus on our health so aggressively is because, have you noticed the torrid rush of people having mental health issues, and mental health issues? And let me tell you something, if you have a health issue, it will crush your mental health. You're thinking, why me? Why now? What did I do? It's going to crush you. So we need to work on our health. So what I did, as I was sharing with you earlier, is I went and got my labs done. And then I paid this functioning practitioner to read the labs to me and say what was good and what wasn't good. What should I be working on and what shouldn't I be working on? And I found out that I don't drink enough water, that I need to get my liver more cleaned out, that my kidney function was a little less than it's supposed to be. right? I'm 58 years old. And most people look at me, my friends, my family, strangers, when they find out, they go, oh my God, you're amazing. 58, I'll take some of that. But you don't ever want to take something of somebody else's. You want yours. So for me, I may look amazing, but I'm working on my kidney functions. I'm working on my liver functions. I'm working on my blood issue that got me the stroke. But to know better is not to do better. To know better is to know better. To do better is 24K. And that's what we're talking about. What's Erica talking about? Erica says it does cost a lot to live healthy. She has a few bills left from her insurance. I got a few bills left from my doctor episode. They charge them a golly amount of money to get in the ambulance. But here's the thing. We're not complaining about what it costs to get in the ambulance. We're grateful because more money's coming. You see how that works? More resources are coming to cover that. They're coming. My money's coming because my value's going up, because I'm being healthier. My mindset is stronger. So here's the question you should be asking yourself. Why do some people seem to have it easy and more than enough, and then other people are struggling and trying to pull themselves along the way? And what's the difference between those two people? Mindset. It's their mindset. And if you want to discount the power of your mindset, go right ahead. You're going to stay right where you are. And you wouldn't be on here if you wanted to stay where you are. You want to get better. You want more. You need more. You deserve more. More is coming. You hear what I'm saying to you? More is coming. I'm here to speak life into your life because you, as you rise, are going to speak life into your family, into your friends. And you know what? It all comes back around. It may not come to me. It may come to my kids. It may come to my cousin. But we're speaking life. And we're showing people how to actually get life done. So when we talk about health and what you should be doing, you should be figuring out what your problems are. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go into a deep dive rabbit hole on being an MD on YouTube or Google. I'm suggesting that you go get your labs done, that you find a practicing functional doctor. Now, the difference between a traditional doctor and a practicing functional doctor is that the functional doctor is trying to get you to function better. Traditional doctors are trying to give you some pharmaceuticals and get their bonuses. And I'm not against all traditional meds. I'm not saying that, but let's be honest. More often than not, that's what's going on over there. And over here, they're trying to help you get actually better. I go into the local store, health food store, and I tell them what I'm struggling with, and they rattle off what the hell I need like nobody's business. That's where you start. If you can't afford to go get your labs done, then you start by going to the health food store and you talk about what your problem is. And you go to a store that they have knowledgeable staff there. Okay. Now, I'm going to say it again. I've said it before. If you don't have health, you don't have anything. Because if you're stuck on the couch, if you're stuck because you can't move, because you have problems, whatever they happen to be, then everything ceases to exist. You're not going to make more money. You're not going to want to make more money. You're not going to want to go to work. You're not going to want to work out. So we got to get our health. But it starts in your mindset. It starts with your mindset telling you, no matter what my circumstances are, I can be better. Jessica is so silly. My niece is an accounting expert, and she said that your medical bills don't go in your credit report. And she said, just saying. Don't you love smart people? I do. I love smart people. They're just wise. Get healthy. Go do that thing because more is coming. What else can you do? I saw this app the other day. I downloaded it, but I'm not using it yet, but I think I'm going to. It's called Grit, Grit, Grit. And it is a habit tracker. So you can set all these habits, and then it'll remind you if you're on pace or not. You can check it out. Somebody let me know. Check it out. Somebody let me know if you like it. I haven't totally checked it out yet. And I did download it. I haven't totally looked at it. My point is that when it comes to your health, start tracking what you're doing. What are you putting into your body? Because almost everything changes into sugar. Almost everything. So if you're helping it along by drinking sodas, by, eating candy and all the desserts and ice creams, figure it out. I can't tell you. I can tell you, but we have to meet one-on-one, which we're going to offer you an assessment later. But figure out what's going on with you and only be focused with that. Why are you scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on Instagram or Facebook and looking at everybody's silliness, right? Looking at the silliness, people fighting, people cussing each other out, some athlete playing ball, all that's great. Are they paying you? Are they sending you a check? Because I ain't never got a check from no athlete that I'm watching on social media. Do I like watching sports? A little bit, but not more than I like understanding what's going on with Derek. How do you think I got this big book written? When I started this, when I decided to start focusing 1,000% of my attention on this book, it's 300 and I don't know 60 something pages, 318 pages. It's not, and it's not like elephant print, small print. You can't see it, but it's small print, which means that I wrote a real friggin' book. You got a book inside of you. You have a program inside of you. You have a gift inside of you that God gave you that you refuse to quiet yourself down enough to figure out what the frick it is so that you can start to polish it, shine it, so that it will feed you for the rest of your life. Because everything that I talk about is in this book. Your money, I talk about it in this book. Your fitness, I talk about it right here. I'm not saying everything is in here. I'm saying everything that God gave me to give to you is in here. And more is coming if you decide that you deserve more, I was going to say want more, but listen to this. People get what they need, not what they want. Listen to me clearly. Let's think about this. Let's walk this through. People get what they need, not what they want. So if you take a look at your household, if you take a look at your situation, and you take a look at what you have, most of the time it's what you need. You need a place to live. You need a car. Is it the car you really want? Nope. Are you living in the spot you really, really want? I am, but most people aren't. Do you have the things that you think you deserve? Nope. You got what you need. You don't get what you want. So what we do is we transition our wants to needs. I need a new house. I can't breathe unless I get $10,000 in my checking account. I need it. I don't want it. I need it. Life's got to cease and desist if I don't have X. Just listen to me. I've been doing this a long time. Let me tell you a quick story. So I go to my friend's office, and he is a silver spoon person. So silver spoon person is somebody that inherited their wealth. They didn't earn it. They inherited it. So he was a silver spoon. So he inherited this business from his grandfather to his father to him. And he has 3 or 4 brothers. Amazing family, amazing guy. But I go over there, stock market crashes, real estate's going in hell in a handbasket. This is 2008, 2009. And he's upset. Never seen a dude upset. Upset. What's going on, bro? He's like, man, we got to sell one of our airplanes. Oh, okay. That's what got you upset? Yeah. But here's the thing about wealthy people. If they have $10 million and for whatever reason it goes to 9.5, everything ceases and desists. All spending stops, all travel stops, all extra stop, because they are used to being at 10 million, not 9.5 million. And they will not spend any money. They will not do anything. They will buckle down and get their business back on track until they get back to 10 or more. And see, what we do is I got 1,000. I'm going to spend it on Christmas. And in addition to that, I'm going to put some on my credit card. So you spend the money you don't have. Oh, I'm going to get my refund and I'll pay that back to myself, or I'll pay that card off. And you say it's so much, by the time you get your refund is gone, like totally gone. If your refund wasn't gone, if you were saving your refund every year and you're getting $5,000 a year, over 10 years, you'd have 50 grand, but you don't do that. So I know what I'm talking about. Don't treat me, don't sit in your living room acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I do. So I'm going to ask you to commit to one health habit that's going to change your life for the next 30 days. Now, I want one habit, period, that's going to change your life. And I want you to do that for the rest of the year. But I want one health habit that you're going to test out that you think might make you feel better for the next 30 days. Maybe start with giving up sugar. Try that. Now, we've been on for just under 50 minutes, so I'm going to skip right into the money. So, what's up with the money? Money is just a means for society to keep score. It's just a way for people to keep score, right? So the more money you have, the more points you have in the system. So rich people that are trying to get more money are just trying to have a higher score in life, I'm talking about. So I'm sharing with you because we think of money as vitality. We think of money as I gotta have this to survive. And that's not what real people think, not real people. That's not what people with real wealth, how they think about money. They think about money as a tool to a means to an end because you really don't want the money. Let's think about this. I have a client. She's amazing. She's been with us, maybe 2 or 3 years. She's amazing. I love her. But when she first came, all she wanted to do was go on vacation. And she had a lot of hemmed up debt because of her vacations. So she comes, she goes, I want some financial help and I want to get better, but I'm not going to stop going on vacations. I'm like, okay, this is how you got in trouble, right? Yep. Okay. So we almost didn't work together. Like seriously, like she about quit 3 months into the money coaching because you can have everything that you want if you pay for it. And paying for it on credit cards is not the way to pay for it. So I showed her recently, because we've paid down some debt. Savings is through the roof. Love that. But I showed her, I said, look, if you take 25% interest on your credit card that you're paying on all the money that you owe the credit card company, that equals one vacation a year. The interest on her card was north of $4,000. So that's one vacation for some. So why don't we take a look in 2025, we were well over $10,000 in our emergency fund. We're well over $4,000 in our emergency fund. Okay, so we have, she's over 10,000 in emergency fund. She's over 5,000 in her short-term fund, and she's got some money in her vacation account. Okay, so why don't we focus this year? I'm not saying don't take any vacations, but she's already had 3 planned. How about we don't plan anymore? You take those 3, and we take every extra dime, and we annihilate our American Express card. How about that? She's like, bet, I'm in. Music to my friggin' ears. So how do we get her even to that point? The first thing that you have to do is you have to look at your resources and you have to say, this is a means to an end. So she doesn't want the $5,000. She wants the $5,000 vacation. You don't want 40 grand. You want a $40,000 car. The money is just the exchange to get to what you need or want. So we got to stop looking at the money in such awe because it's just a tool to get us where we want to be, where we want to go. So we want to get our mindset structured to, oh, this is what I want. I want to live financially free. I don't want to work anymore, which means that I need my money to work for me so that I don't have to go to work. So when I do go to work, I know my money is making me more money. And that's what wealthy people do. It's called passive income. You're fighting and working to break even, and then you're working and fighting to get ahead. And then once you're ahead, you're working and fighting so that your money will make you more money. That's the flow. And for those of you that are already on track, Nicole, Karen, Tara, Jessica, for those of you that are already on track, you just want to continue to look at your needs and your wants And I'm a planner. You got to look at the what ifs. What if this income stopped tomorrow? Am I good? Do I have enough money to float me for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months or the rest of my life? I'm gonna share the story with you. You're not gonna believe me, but I swear to you it's true. Swear to you it's true. I have a friend whose sister is a big time attorney in on the West Coast, and she did so amazing for so many years as a young woman that she really hasn't been working that aggressively over the last 15 years or so. Not as aggressively as she used to. And she has 2 homes out on the West Coast. She travels, she eats top shelf, travels top shelf, but she made so much and she was such a good steward with her money that her money made her money. And so now her passive income takes care of her active lifestyle. Put that down there, Bren. Put down that you're doing great when your passive income covers your active lifestyle. When your passive income covers your active lifestyle, you're there. That's the game. And it's not in Amazon orders. It's not in things that are frivolous. They're in things that will appreciate in value. They're called assets. But we tend to spend all of our money on liabilities. Let me just get this ring. Let me just go on this vacation. Let me just do this right here. Let me just go to the mall. Let me just Amazon order this. Take a look at your Amazon orders for the last, I'll tell you what, we don't even want to look at the holiday Amazon orders. Pick a month, like pick August, and go back and look at all your Amazon orders and add that up. And then once you look at all your Amazon orders, add up the prices, and then look at the things that you got and see how many of them you still think that you needed. Or is it just something you wanted that was a liability? Because we need and we want, but we need and want assets. That's how you're going to get where you want to be. Thank you, Bren. So let's talk about lining your money up. Then we're going to let you go. So for 2025, I need you to separate what you're using for bills from what you're using from fun and from life. What I mean by that is you need to have an account with just your bill money in there, just the mortgage, the rent, the car insurance, the car, telephone, all the things that are necessities for you to maintain your lifestyle. That goes into your bill account. And then I need you to open up a secondary account, and that's going to be the money that we use for gasoline, groceries, movies, concert tickets, hair, nails, doctor's appointments. We're going to use that money, and we're going to separate our money. And we're going to go do some homework. And if we can't get it all done today, we've already been here an hour. I'm not going to keep you longer than an hour. If you start to implement this strategy, at the very minimum, and there's so much more to the strategy, but at the very minimum, you're going to never be late on your bills. You're never going to miss a bill, not unless something crazy happens. So I'm not saying that. But your money for bills are going to be in your bill account. And then you just have to figure out how to make the rest of it work. So Ms. Simmons says, it's too funny that I brought that up about Amazon and just pulled it up to search for your book. Hey, now, I tell you what, just because you're doing it, I'm going to send you a book. Ms. Simmons, send Bren your address. Direct message me or direct message Bren, and I'm going to send you a book. I'm going to send you a book. Now, I might send you the paperback version, but if you really want the hardback version, message me, and I will sign it and send it to you, because just because you said you were trying to get one, which means that you're trying to improve yourself, which means that you are going to be better by any means necessary in 2025. And I'm going to invest in you and make sure you get a copy of the book. And I need you to read it because it's going to inspire you to do you. It's not going to inspire you to be me. I promise you. I didn't write the book that way. I wrote it for you to get the techniques and tools to elevate your life. Because if you go and you buy a book, this is for everybody. If you go and buy a book and it's some biography or how somebody was able to 10x their business, let me tell you something. It's not you. That's them. They got a different mama. They got a different daddy. They grew up in a different house. They grew up with different rules. They got different needs. They got different wants, different priorities, different perspectives. So you need yours. That's why I'm telling you to be selfish. All these people are trying to get you to invest in their ish, and that's what's making them richer. Buy my course. Well, it's not going to help you. It's going to help them. So what I'm telling you is, all of you, is let's buckle down. Let's commit to ourselves that we're going to kill this game moving into 2025. If you're going to do that, if you are committing to elevate your life in 2025, I need you to write 24K in the comments. 24K in the comments. If you are hell bent, if you're going to do this by any means necessary, write 24K in the comments. So we're going to finish up the money. So I've told you double-digit divas. Oh, I don't even know who you are, but I love that. Double-digit divas. There you go. There you go, Jasmine. I see you, Tara. I see you, Delise. Yes. Delise says she's on a mission. And I'm going to help you with your mission, Delise. Leslie's on a mission. Leslie's already started. Leslie, we're knocking this out. We're not taking any excuses for any shortcomings, Karen, in 2025. This is our year. And we're going to start, and we're going to own it, and we're going to believe, and we're going to know that it is our season. And in our season, we grow. In our season, we flourish. In our season, we grow so much that we can feed others with our leftovers. Remember, we're feeding them with our leftovers, not our first, but our last, with our extras. That's what we're doing this year. So we're going to take our revenue. We're going to separate it out. I need you to decide what one thing that you're going to do. Decide one thing with your mindset, one thing with your health for the next 30 days, and one thing with your finances. And maybe you say something like this: until I get $1,000 in my emergency fund, I'm not going to spend a gosh darn dime on anything I don't need. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's, I'm going to save my refund for 12 months. So you get that refund, that tax refund. Maybe you're going to tell yourself, I'm going to save it for 12 months. I'm saving it. I'm not going to spend my refund. How much is your refund? For most people, it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And the average working adult in America does not have $500 in their savings account. I'm the money coach. I know. I see it. I'm telling you. So what we're going to do as we finish this up is, Bryn, can you drop the link to the workbook again for those that came in midway? I want you to download the workbook. Bryn is, go ahead and put that up, Bryn. You can put that up. So we are offering an assessment. We know that there's no way you can get all this done in such a short window. Oh, look, we talk about health. I got an alarm that tells me to take my blood thinners. That's an alarm. You know what? By any means necessary, you're going to be healthy. If you have to remind yourself, or have your phone remind you to save $10 today, to take your meds, to go for a 5-minute walk, to woosah when your boss is in your ear, whatever it is you need to do, you can see what I just did. I showed you. That alarm goes off at 8 o'clock every day for me to take my blood thinners, because I'm not having another stroke. And if I do, it's not because I screwed up. It's because it was just going to happen anyway. So what we want to do is we're going to, Bryn put into the chat a link for you all to schedule an appointment to talk about. We're going to gift a 20-minute appointment to anybody, and Delise is getting a 20-minute appointment. Delise is getting a 20-minute appointment and the book. But we're going to gift you some time on our schedule for you to figure out if what you've mapped out is accurate or not. Bryn put it in the chat, but this is the link. It's the Calendly, Derek Gant /discovery call. Now, you got like 2 weeks. I'm not doing this after the second week of the year. I am focused on Derek. but we're gifting this to you. Now, just in case you were wondering, our consultations do cost a pretty penny, but we're gifting this to you because we want to see you win. We want to see you win all year. We have the ability to communicate with you and help you figure out where you're going because we've done this so long. Our team is so vast that we have the ability to meet with you and to walk you through what's good and what's bad. Some of you are already clients of ours. Leslie, I won't start naming people. There's a ton of people that are already clients of ours that we've already started this process. My son is on his way over here tonight with his budget because we're giving him the big boy budget. He's been he's been sitting at the kiddie table. He's 28. And I told him it's time to go to the big budget. It's time to take massive ownership for massive results for yourself. He's like, yes, I'm ready. And I said, I know you are. That's why we're giving you the big boy budget, the big girl budget. It's time. This is the season. This is your season to elevate your life, to do something you've never done before. And I hope that you decide to take advantage of it. If you don't do anything, download the workbook. Bryn put this link right here in the chat. Download the workbook, and it'll be there for another week, and then we'll take it down. And we hope that each one of you. All right, Erica, you got the book. You just need the assessment. Well, we are ready to assess. We already have some of your information, so we're already ahead of the game with you on how to make sure that 2025 is outstanding. You're doing the homework, and that's what I require. That's what God requires. That's what life requires. It requires you to do the work. See, everybody wants to go to church and they want to tell you about the window that will pour out blessings more that you can inspire. But what they don't remind you of is that you can have faith, but without works, faith is dead. Faith without works is dead. See, they don't tell you about that part over and over and over. They don't remind you that you got to go do something. I'm here to give you the secret. And the secret is we need to get our mindsets together, do the work, and everything we ever thought we wanted will come to us. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have anything that they want to offer, to add, or to ask before we shut it down? I'm here to speak life into you because I've spoken life into so many people, and I can tell you this much. It only lands and grows in people that are willing to do what we share with them. We know it works, but you got to do the work, and we can't do it for you, and God's not going to do it for you. So I tell my clients all the time, listen, I don't know what you believe about the universe, about God, about whatever. But here's what I believe. You cannot do God's work, and you already know that. We can't do his work. He's a miracle worker. He gave us gifts, which means he will not do our work. We can't do his work. He will not do our work. He's given us the gifts. That means we need to go to work, bless what he's given us, and honor it. You want to be authentic? Honor what he's given you. Because you're amazing. You do something incredibly, amazingly different than anybody else on the planet. And if you don't believe that, you're telling yourself the wrong story. All right, I'm off my soapbox. If you don't have any questions, I got some amens. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hit that link, Erica, hit that link and schedule an appointment for a discovery call. Ms. Simmons, make sure you get us your address and we will send you the book. And we're going to have an amazing 2025. Last thing I'm going to share with you is that this year, every Wednesday, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, every Wednesday, we're going to be doing what we call Wealthy Wednesday. It's a lunch and learn series. What that means is that during lunch on Wednesday, we're going to give out some financial tips. It's going to be all money. That's why we're calling it Wealthy Wednesday. You come here, we'll start talking about your health, talk about your mindset. Wealthy Wednesdays, straight money. We're going to talk about what equity in your home is. We're going to talk about how to get the best car insurance rates. We're going to talk about life insurance. We're going to talk about stock investing. We are covering the gamut on the money. You can subscribe and then say, notify me when you go live. And if you can't go live because you don't get a lunch break, then you can always watch the replay. I'm already seeing my people hit my scheduler. I love it. I'm not going to call out the 3 names that have already scheduled appointments, but you know what? You're the 20% that are going to win. So I'm Derek Gant. Want you to be your best, bring your best, have a frigging amazing 2025, and leave nothing to chance. Be well.
Yeah, it's time to live your life. Derek Gant, show them how to take it to the highest height. Hey, this is more than financial advice. Show you how to take control. Time to get your money right. Money management, I know that we all need financial independence. Yeah, it seems out of reach, but you can make it happen. Now it's time for some action, helping you with your finances. Yeah, we got a passion. Hey, ain't no limit. Now it's time to get it. You deserve to have a life how you want to live it. Secrets to success. Now it's time to get it right. Yeah, I'm talking all about that 24K life. Let's go. This the vibe. For real, I'm trying to tell you. Tell me if you ready to take it to the next level. Derek Gant, talking fitness and investment. Change your mindset and show you how it's all connected. Ain't no need to hesitate or delay. Only way to live life is a 24K. Hey, Derek Gant, let them know. Let's go.